Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone that's joined our call today. Welcome to another VA Classroom event for November. First of all, it's great to have you here. I hope life is going well for you and business is good, and I'm sure there's lots of exciting things happening in your life, both personally and professionally, but I hope you're well. And so today I'm excited about this event, first of all, because I get to do this call with one of my good friends and one of the best trainers that I know, Devora Lansky, and many of you know her. Devora is a best-selling author of the book Marketing Made Easy. She's a long-time WordPress wish list certified member. She has a wealth of experience in setting up, creating, moderating, and managing membership sites. So she's going to join me, and I think together, the both of us, we were trying to quantify this a bit. I think we have a collective experience of 15 years in setting up and managing membership sites on the internet. So I think we're fairly well equipped to deliver this webinar today. So hey, welcome, Devora.
Thank you, Craig. I'm excited to be here. I love being part of the VA Classroom community.
Yes, it is a pretty awesome community. I'm biased, but as far as membership communities go, it's got to be at the top. So, all right. So a couple housekeeping items before we begin. We are on GoToWebinar, as you know. If you're new to our platform, basically the way that you communicate with us is through the questions field. You go down to the questions field within your control panel, and you can make your comments, you can post your questions. So as we go through our time today, feel free to ask any question that you have, and we will definitely try to get to as many as we can at the end of our session today. So let's have a great call today. The title of our event is 5 Ways to Build Online Membership Programs in a Social Media World. And you see some of the icons up there that's kind of giving you a little foreshadowing of what we're going to talk about in our time today. So let's get going. So I want to kind of unpack what I call the prehistoric online membership site. And when I was trying to think of a prehistoric image, the only thing that came to mind was the Flintstones. And so that's why I have that picture up on that particular slide. But I started on the internet back in 2003, and I worked with an internet company that had a membership site back then. And let me tell you, it was cumbersome. It was clunky HTML pages that we used back then. It was painful to set up. You almost needed to be a rocket scientist to actually do anything within the site. And I had good technical skills, but wow, the stuff that we had to do with that membership site took hours and hours and hours to set up, and it didn't look nearly as pretty and functional as what you would see today with membership sites. Again, it wasn't super visually appealing. You can kind of visualize what a site looked like back in 1999 and 2000 and 2001. It was just kind of a clunky forum. And it was difficult to set up passwords, to have, now with some membership sites, you can have different levels, silver or bronze, silver, and gold, so when someone signs up, they get permission to certain types of content. Wow, back then, you had to give them all or nothing. It was just really difficult to set up. Simple forums, limited interaction. We had a moderated forum, but it was kind of, again, clunky, not user-friendly, and it didn't have a lot of engagement like what we see today. And so, we look at the membership sites today, and it's like engagement on steroids. It's at a whole different level, and we're at a totally different playing field in terms of how we can set up really innovative, user-friendly membership sites today, and that's really at the heart of what we're going to talk about in our time today. So some of you may have been around on the call today, may have been around when we birthed VA Classroom, for lack of a better term. The VA Classroom membership started back in 2007. I was going to say 2006, but actually, sorry, we developed it in 2007. We launched it in early 2008. And so we've been around for we're going on to our 5th year here. And back then, when I had this concept in my mind for setting up VA Classroom and creating this training portal for virtual professionals around the world. And I was really excited about it. And I had all these ideas sketched out on paper and in a Word doc. And then I started looking around for membership site software. And even back then, back in 2006, 2007, wow, it was pretty hard to find something that was user-friendly. And so after a tireless search, I ended up enlisting a developer and I ended up spending a lot of money to develop the platform that we have today, that we've kind of been perfecting over many, many years. But if I was to have launched VA Classroom yesterday or in 2011, the options that would have been available to me would have totally simplified my life, reduced a lot of stress that we had in setting up a membership site, and made the whole process less cumbersome. And so when I'm thinking about your clients and the different people that you work with, and whether they're coaches or authors or information marketers or some type of entrepreneur, when they are thinking about a membership site now, wow, the opportunities that are available to them is pretty impressive. And they may still be overwhelmed thinking about, how do I actually set this up? And that's where obviously you can come in to offer them a really value-added service to setting up and managing and moderating their memberships and their online community. And we'll talk a bit about that a little later on. So that was then, from what I experienced, and like I said, today it's like a kid in a candy shop, in terms of looking at the plethora of different platforms that we can tap into. Back when I just had to spend a lot of money to get a good one set up. So I'm not bitter or anything. So so that was then, and this is now. And today, as I said, there's never been a better time to create powerful, content-rich membership sites and online communities. In 2012, it is a great opportunity. And we're going to talk about a few of the ones, the little icons we see up here, such as Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups and Ning sites, which I'm obviously very familiar with because of what we did with VA Classroom, Google Groups and Google Hangouts, and then, of course, WordPress, a whole variety of different options for you to set up membership sites. And it's the cool thing about setting up membership sites today is it can be very fluid. You don't have to just pick one script. You could have you could be working with WordPress Wishlist, which is a membership script, or membership plugin, I should say, and maybe you have a private Facebook group. So you can kind of pick and choose and customize it based on your client's needs and based on your own needs. So yeah, pretty cool time to be setting up membership sites. Just to unpack, just to circle back and kind of define what a membership site is. Many of you, may have offline memberships. You may have gym memberships. All types of online membership. Basically, it could be a recurring monthly or yearly fee. And so one of the most popular examples is Netflix. Many of you may be Netflix users and pay a monthly fee to access a bunch of cool movies and television shows and things like that. So that is a good example of an online membership. And every day there's more and more of these sites coming up. And I guess it begs the question, why are membership sites still so popular? And I'm sure some of you have seen this show before, maybe once, maybe twice. Cheers. I used to love this show and watched probably all of the episodes at least a few times in the past. Great show. The reason I kind of parallel this is that membership sites are popular because of the Cheers phenomenon. And what the Cheers phenomenon is that, I'm not going to sing the song for you because A, my voice is a bit scratchy because I have a cold. B, I don't remember all the lyrics. But I know it was a place where everybody knows your name. And in our world today, in our hyper-connected world where we're connected to more people than ever before, but often we feel disconnected, in terms of our relationships. And you think about Cheers, these people have all these challenges in their life, and they would come to Cheers, and it was a place where they would belong. And that's why membership sites, targeted specific membership sites are so popular. They cultivate that God-given need to belong that we have. They establish affinity, so you get to connect with people that are like-minded. And so if you're connecting with Facebook friends, you're not necessarily, you might have, let's say, 4,000 friends, or you might have 200 friends. Those aren't necessarily like-minded people that have all the same interests as you and the same focus. And so there's a desire to connect with those kind of people, and that's where membership sites really become real popular. Exclusivity. You feel like this is my membership site. This is, where I hang out. This is where, people that are like me or have similar interests hang out. Again, being able to focus, as I said, on special interests and passions, and even business, specific business interests, and again, targeted and focused. And so it was interesting enough. I was at a friend's house not so long ago, and he was telling me about this awesome site that he's a part of, and it's a paid membership, and he's an archery enthusiast. And I had to kind of circle back and think, there's actually you actually pay to be on a membership for archery? Like, why don't you just go into YouTube and watch how-to archery videos? And he's like, no. He says, I'm in this awesome forum where I am learning so much from these people. I've got friends that I connect with there, and I'm quite happy to pay my $15 a month to get free video, or not free videos, but value-added videos and articles, and I got this forum. He was really excited about this group. And why was he excited? Because this is his passion. This is his interest. And so your clients, whether they be coaches or authors or information marketers, fully recognize this. They want to create communities of people that have their similar interest, that they can build that community because it helps them to stay connected to the client, but also to build a kind of a thriving membership site. And so that's why they are so popular today, and they are emerging in every niche and every market that you could possibly imagine. And that's why it's such a great opportunity for you to be considering, should I offer a membership site kind of creation and management service in my business? It's a huge demand right now, and it's a huge opportunity for you to be thinking about in your mind. All right, so I'm going to pass it over to my, my good friend Devora, and she's going to talk about some different membership site models that are popular right now.
Well, one of the things people think about when they think about a membership site is, well, what would I have a membership site about, or what kind of content would I deliver? And we're going to get into that, but I want to, if they can be encapsulated under, there are close to 10 membership site models, and I want to share with you today the 3 most popular models so that you can kind of get an idea of what you might be able to create for a membership site, or how you can help your clients that you currently serve give thought to how they can offer a membership site for their customers. So the first one is the content model, and the group membership model. The group membership model, and then we have the content membership model and the classroom membership model. And I'm going to go into each of these in a little bit more depth. So the first one is the group membership model. And the group membership model is where you interact, brainstorm, assist, facilitate, and you give feedback, you facilitate feedback among niche members in a tightly focused subject area. And we're going to talk to you about the different platforms that you can share this content on. So I'll just give an example. Example would be if you have a Facebook group or a Ning group or a LinkedIn group, and your members have access to that group, and they can share their questions, they can share their successes, where you can make it known that you're there either every day or certain days of the week, or the business owner that you work with, they can either have you come there, or they can have it on their schedule to go to this site, to those sites at specific times during the week to answer questions, interact with the members, build relationship, build community, because in today's age, building community is one of the most powerful ways to grow one's business, because people care about the content, but they care more about the community. The founder of Wishlist membership plugin, which we're going to talk about in a little while, he has a saying where he says people come for the content, but they stay for the community. And it's so true. Think about your own learning style. Some of us, we like to learn at home, but we like to interact with others who are studying that content or interested in that content, because it makes things more fun and more enjoyable. And when we're having fun and things are more enjoyable, we can be more successful. So when you have a group membership model, you can also create a scenario where you post members-only messages and related content that's available only to those members. So for example, in a private Facebook group where the only people that can access that content are people who are approved for that group. So it kind of gives a bit of exclusivity, but it also gives a lot of value to the content because it's just for the members who either pay for the content, or you could have a free level of membership, as Craig was talking earlier about silver, gold, and platinum level memberships. There are a lot of communities where one way to get people into your funnel is to offer a free membership, where maybe there's community involvement and maybe a monthly or quarterly call where people can plug in, but it kind of gets people introduced to the community, and then it can go up from there as far as the type of content that you can offer to your members, and we'll get into content just in a little bit later. Actually, we'll get into it now when we talk about the content membership model. So the content membership model is where you supply content that members can learn from and make use of. So let's say that your members are interested in archery. You can have videos about archery. You can have interviews with archery experts. You can have ebooks or special reports that talk about different aspects of the archery skill. And having a content membership model allows you to provide instant access to downloads such as ebooks and special reports or audios and videos. And you can also drip content to where your content module 1 can be delivered the day they join, and then a week later or a few days later on the schedule that you assign, you can drip the next aspect of the content. So a great way to do that is to have your membership site linked up to an autoresponder such as Aweber or Chipmail, where your members can receive an email reminding them or inviting them to come to the membership site because new content has been delivered. So it could be weekly content, it could be monthly content, depending on your membership site and if it's a free or a paid model, or what level of paid you're offering for that content. And the beauty is, what Craig was talking earlier about how difficult it used to be to set all that up, you can have a silver level that's free, where you basically bring people into the fold and get them involved with the community. You could have a gold level where you have monthly content delivered and a monthly call where they have access to maybe a group Q&A call. And you can have a platinum level where they have weekly content and maybe even weekly or twice a month live call with you or with the site owner. And that's really a lot of, you're offering a lot of value. So the content model can offer downloadable content such as audios, PDFs, videos, but it can also offer interaction with the site owner. So another way to get more interaction with the site owner is with the third model called the classroom membership model. And with the classroom membership model, you provide actual lessons in a focused niche subject with assignments and feedback included for each member. Now what I find, I teach a lot of courses on the topic of book marketing, and what I find is when I just say, here's the content, have a good life, you know, if you have any questions, let me know, or here's how to get to the Facebook group to interact. When I leave it that open-ended, we're all so busy. People think, okay, well, I'll get to that, but they don't really prioritize it. What I found is that when I provide access to the course module, well, when I provide checklists or contests to encourage consumption of the course, that people get much more engaged to the course, to the content, to getting things done. And the content itself can again be dripped to members over days or weeks, or it can be available all at once so that people can go through the course at their own pace, but they tap into weekly or monthly calls where they can get their questions answered. So the classroom model allows much more interaction with the site owner on a specific topic that that site owner's audience is interested in. So those are 3 of the 10 models that I know of that are that kind of give you an overview and maybe broaden your horizon of what a membership site can be, because it's only limited by your imagination.
Yeah, exactly. Good overview of 3 very popular programs, Devorah. And once your client or you decide on the type of model that you would like to do, the next question is, well, what tools do I access? How do I actually deliver this? What platforms am I going to use? And that's the beauty of this kind of social media driven world that we're in today, is that we can pull from a whole variety of social media tools, whether it be in a blog, WordPress blog, or a Facebook group, or a Ning site, in order to create a really effective membership program. And so for the next few minutes, we want to unpack some of the best ones. And again, it really will depend on what your client's needs are, whether you use one of them, whether you use more than one, but here's a few that we're going to unpack. So WordPress, has a number of great plugins that Devorah is going to talk about here in a moment. Ning, which I can speak to quite well. I've used them for about 3.5 years. Whoops, let me just flip back there. Facebook groups, which you can go from public to private to secret Facebook groups. LinkedIn groups. LinkedIn is, we'll talk about, you might be wondering, why, Craig, why did you include LinkedIn on that list? Well, LinkedIn is stepping up its game in the social media space, and I'll get Devorah's feedback on that a little bit later, but their features are better, it's more intuitive, their platform, and they have a really good groups tool as well. So it's another viable option. And it's a very business-focused social network, as you know. And then Google Groups and Google Hangouts, which could be used for mastermind groups or small group coaching sessions, things like that. So we're going to kind of go through those one by one. So Devorah, let's start talking about WordPress.
Sure. Now WordPress, if you look at these examples of WordPress sites, they look very much like what traditional websites used to look like maybe even 5 years ago. Or, I mean, there are still traditional websites out there. Now the difference between WordPress and traditional HTML websites, the major differences are that WordPress puts the power into the hands of the site owner, where a site owner, once the site is set up, can go in and add or change content as easy as it is to change content in a Word document. Now, that's pretty exciting, because in the olden days, when we used to rely on HTML websites, we either had to know how to install the websites ourselves, or we were kind of held hostage by our web designers, because not all web designers would get back to their clients right away. Sometimes it would take days or weeks, and it would usually cost hundreds of dollars to make changes and thousands of dollars to set up the site. Well, WordPress...
Sorry, I have to cut in there, because it made me think of a funny story. When we were working with the exact membership sites that you were talking about, this is going back about 7 years ago, maybe even 8 years, I think it was about 2004. And our webmaster, really cool guy, but he was a triathlete. So he worked crazy hours, and he would be working in the middle of the night, but then he would kind of be gone on a triathlon, and sometimes he'd forget to tell us that he was off on this triathlon. So there were times where there were things that needed to be updated at this membership site that were like, where is Greg? Where's Greg? And then we finally find out, oh, he's in Hawaii at a triathlon. We're like, okay, this is great. This is really good. How are we going to update this membership site when Greg is at the triathlon? And it sounds kind of, you guys all laugh, but that's how it was back then. We were, as you said, Devorah, held hostage by our designer or our webmaster.
It was frustrating. And another thing, Craig, people who got tired of being held hostage would start to create their own sites, and then it would give them a less than professional image because they weren't professional site designers. So it looked like their kid designed the site. And so, people took it impeded on their brand. And so what WordPress does is it changes all that. As you saw in the previous slide, the sites that are available, the themes that are available, which the WordPress is basically the software that runs the WordPress website. The theme is like a coat or a shirt that you put over the site, and it's as easy to change a theme for the most part as it is to change your coat or change your shirt. So that's and it can be totally branded to the business owner, which is so exciting, and there's so much available to you, and we're going to talk about some of our favorite themes as we go on. So let me tell you why else WordPress is a good option. First of all, as mentioned, you have the ability to add and edit content. It also offers the ability, there are several ways, we're going to talk about them, how you can create a community platform with access to your content using the models that I spoke about previously. So you can have your WordPress site and you can deliver content to your members in a way that meets your needs, meets your style, and provides them with content in protected areas that are available to members only. And so that's going to increase the site owner's income, because if the site is truly only available to members, they will have to pay to access the content. So it becomes a win-win. Now, there are a couple of different ways that you can protect your content on your site. One of them is by creating password protected pages. And I'm just going to give you a couple of bullet points here, and then I'm going to go into each one of these in more depth. So the first one is password protected pages. The other one is with powerful membership site plugins, and there are many on the market. We're going to talk about the two most popular and most reliable, which are Digital Access Pass, fondly referred to as DAP, and Wishlist Membership Plugin, and I'll talk about those. And you can also create social networking opportunities in addition to having your content available on WordPress. And so after I talk to you about the different plugins and the different ways that you can protect your content, Craig's going to share with you the social networking opportunities that you can either use in conjunction with WordPress or that you can use as standalone membership site in a social community kind of environment. So let's talk first about the password protected posts and pages. What this means is on your WordPress site you have posts and pages. They're, in essence, when you're editing them, they look exactly the same, but the difference is that the posts will all show up on a page typically called your blog page. So they're all available on one page, either as an excerpt or as the full content. And the pages are more like your traditional web pages that if you put content at the top, it'll stay at the top. And if you want to change the content, you have to go into the page and change the content. And so if you have any questions about that, please feel free to put them in the Q&A box. But that's the overview of posts and pages. What you can do to make the easiest way to set up a membership site is to add a password to a page or to your posts, and everyone logs in with that same password. Now the pros about that makes it easy. If someone loses their password or forgets the password, you can just have an email go out that you know the password because it's the same password for everyone. The cons for having a password protected page is that everyone uses the same password, which means someone could send it to their friend and it could go viral, and you could have a lot of people accessing your paid content without having paid for it. But it is a simple way to get a membership site set up very quickly and easily, and many of us have audiences that are very honorable to where you wouldn't have a problem of the content the password being passed around, but that is something to be aware of. And that's very easy. It's just a part of your WordPress. You go into to edit a post or page, and as you go to publish it, you can choose that you want it to be password protected. You click OK and you publish your site. And you can change that even once the post or page is published. The next we have are the plugins, and there are I would say at least a dozen of reputable ones on the market. But if you're looking for the most popular ones, the ones that come with the best support, the ones that are being used by tens of thousands of business owners across the world, it would be the Wishlist membership plugin or the Digital Access Pass known as DAP. So I just want to give you an overview of the two of these, and they work pretty much the same, and there are some differences. So I'm going to tell you the overview of where they merge or where they intersect, and I'm also going to tell you the differences because they do have slight differences. So the first thing is they both work seamlessly with WordPress, and they're installed the way that you install any other plugin. Now, for these companies to protect their plugin, you have to have a special key in order to enable the plugin. So this prevents people from passing these plugins around the internet and using them for free. And they each have different levels that you can purchase at, whether you're installing on one site, whether you're installing on multiple sites, or whether you're installing for customers. Now, something to be aware of is when you're installing for customers, each of these programs does have a referral program, commonly known as an affiliate program, where you can have your customers buy their own license through your affiliate link so that you'll get paid to, for referring the software, the plugin, but it will be linked to your customer because these plugins are linked by the purchaser's email address. So if you purchase a developer license and they're all linked to your email address, if you ever change your email address or for whatever reason part ways with a client, it's not going to be a good situation. It'll be a sticky situation. So it's better to have the client purchase their own license, which is for a single site license, it's very reasonable, and then it's linked directly to them and they have total ownership over it. So both of the plugins, Wishlist and DAP, work with that. They also both offer a powerful way to protect your content, and you can set them up so that when members log into whatever membership level they purchase, they will have access to that content. And so let's say, for example, someone purchases Course A from you, and they go through your payment processor, which could be PayPal or One Shopping Cart, whatever payment processor you use, and they're taken to the login area of either Wishlist or DAP, and then they register their username and password. Now with Wishlist, if a person is then going to buy Course B and Course C, and all your courses are on the same site, so let me just back up for a second. When you have your content, I'll use myself as an example. I have several different courses, and I used to have them all on different sites. And a lot of my members would purchase more than one course because they're interested in the topic I teach, which is book marketing. But sometimes they would choose different usernames or passwords, and they could never remember which site to go to and what was the password and username for each of the sites. So what I did, and I recommend this for anyone who teaches more than one program, is I created the Book Marketing Made Easy Academy, where I have all my courses in one handy location. So here's where I want to talk about the difference between Wishlist and DAP. With Wishlist, when a customer purchases the first course or first program from you, they choose their username and password, and they log in, and they have access to that content. It will be delivered to them in the sequence that you want it delivered, whether you want them to have access immediately or whether you want the content dripped out to them. So again, on Wishlist, let's say they go on in the future to purchase Course B. So they go through the payment processor, they're brought to the login page, and on Wishlist it says, if you're a new member to this site, go down and pick a username and password. If you already are a member of this site for a different program, just enter your username and password, and that will be added to your membership content so you have access to all of your courses with the same username and password. And I think that's really brilliant because it makes it very easy for your students to know. Think of I can see a lot of you nodding your head. Think of all the courses that you belong to. Can you imagine if you had access to many of them in the same location? So that's what Wishlist offers. Now DAP does the same thing. They do it automatically when you purchase through PayPal, for example, and your PayPal email, your main PayPal email address is whatever it is. That is the email address that will be registered with DAP. So if you've already taken course A on a DAP site and you go to take course B and you use the same PayPal email address that you used for course A, you'll automatically have access to both courses. If, however, you change your email address, your primary email address in PayPal, then DAP will create a new registration for you, even if it's the same site. So you can see, no matter what software you use, there's always pros and cons to both software. So that's one of the things about DAP to be aware of. So the next thing is with both programs, with both plugins, you can drip the content to your members in the order that you want it dripped, whether it's all at once, weekly, daily, monthly. And both programs integrate with several different payment processors, whether it's ClickBank, PayPal, One Shopping Cart. There are numerous shopping carts that payment processors that both plugins integrate with. They also both integrate with autoresponder services, and there are several autoresponder services that they can integrate with. And they both also have ways that you can communicate with your members directly from the WordPress site to each membership level. So without going into Aweber or MailChimp, you can communicate with your members right from the membership area on your WordPress site. Now the main thing that this type of membership site offers is the same for any type of membership site, and that is to build a relationship with your audience. When you build a relationship with your audience, you're going to help people, you're going to grow your business, and you're going to help them with whatever it is that you're offering them. And by building a relationship with the audience, by being able to be in communication with them through email, by having that relationship strengthened so that they're more likely to go through the content and receive the benefits from what you're offering. And as mentioned, both plugins offer you the ability to create both free as well as paid levels. Now, one of the things that DAP offers is an integrated affiliate program. So when a person registers on a site that uses DAP, DAP has it. You can set it up in DAP so that right there on the page they have their affiliate link. They don't have to go anywhere. It's automated. It's right there. So that's handy. That is handy. So again, there are pros and cons to both. They're both excellent programs with slight differences. So that's an overview of WordPress. Now we're going to hand it over to Craig, who's going to talk to us about Ning.
Yeah, let's talk about a few platforms that are more on the what we call social communities that you can integrate with a membership program, even integrate with a program like Wishlist or DAP. And Ning is a great program that I've used for about 3.5 years, and it has been a game changer for us. And the ability to, create special groups, to have interactive chat going on, to have wall discussion threads. It has a lot of features, and Ning continues to get better. And so this is a screenshot of just a sampling of the many groups that we've built into Ning. And I can put not password, but I can make the groups private by invite only. I can make them public. So there's a lot of latitude in terms of how the permission levels for the different groups that you have within Ning. And it's very feature rich, it's very social, you can integrate a lot of rich media. video and your social media accounts, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So just to give you a few reasons why I think Ning might work for some of your clients, it is cost effective. I think I pay about $19 a month, and it could go up to about $39 depending on the package you have, but really inexpensive to have a pretty robust social network that you're able to brand and customize under your own domain, which is perfect. So people that don't know Ning, when we first came out, they're like, how did you create that social network? Like, did you use a developer or something? I'm like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I got it. It's our own private label thing. No, it's actually Ning because we had branded it under our own header and domain. So really good feature. And then again, it's rich with all the features you would need in the social network, which I talked about: chat and groups, and obviously a wall discussion board, the ability to add videos, RSS feed, social media icons. So your client would be blown away with the customization and the features that you could offer within Ning. And you have the ability now to run both free and paid groups. So Ning now has a feature where people can they can have different levels. So they can have a free level that people get access to certain content and certain part of the Ning membership, and then they can also have paid groups for only those that are paying on an ongoing monthly basis. So they built that e-commerce function into Ning. Ning used to be just free. Now you can have a free and a paid version, which is pretty cool. And very user-friendly. I've always found it an easy tool to use for managing my community. I can send out mass broadcasts to the whole community. I can, interact with just specific groups or the community as a whole. So very, very cool tool. I highly recommend it, and it might be something that would fit you or your clients. So that's Ning. And Facebook groups, and I'm actually going to pass it back to Devor because we both have a good experience with Facebook groups. But Devor, I know that you have a couple real thriving groups, and maybe talk to us a bit about Facebook groups and why they're becoming increasingly popular.
Well, first of all, in today's social media age, a lot of people live on Facebook. I know that even with everything I have going on in my own business, I have Facebook open, and I go there several times a day to share news, connect in with people, answer questions from my members, and people love Facebook. Now, I have as Craig mentioned, we have a membership site community between us. We have 15 years, so I've been running membership sites for quite a while, and I've really see the value of not just delivering content, but providing people a way to talk to each other, because we are social creatures, and it feels such a need, and it's so powerful to build those friendships and alliances. Now, I have tried using forums. It's very easy to install a forum right onto a WordPress site. However, people don't go to your site every day or several times a day. They go to Facebook. So even though I had a great idea for a forum and people wanted to have a forum, we moved our forum from the Book Marketing Alliance, we moved that over to a private Facebook group because people want, it just makes it so easy to connect. Now, you can also, on Facebook, you can easily post videos, photos, text, messages on the group wall. You can email everybody all at once, and it's a great place for people to connect with one another. It also gives the user the ability to decide if they want to have their messages go straight, every time a message comes through to the group, to go straight through to their email box in their normal email program, or they can choose to leave all the messages on Facebook, and when they get over to Facebook, they'll see a little bubble that tells them how many, places they need to go and connect because there's messages related to their groups or posts or whatever. I love the collaboration that happens in a Facebook group, and you have the ability, as Craig was mentioning, is that you can create a private or a public or a secret Facebook group. So that's really special. If you have a membership site that people are paying for, or some people pay for getting an e-course and then access to a Facebook group. There's no WordPress site involved. It's an e-course and a Facebook group. And they go to Facebook to view the videos, talk about the email lesson that they just got, and connect with people, ask questions, share success stories, help one another promote their programs or their books or whatever it is that they're working on. And it's a great way to build community, but yet it's exclusive, because it's, when you have a membership site, it's a good idea to have it either closed or secret, so it's just for those members. So you're not getting a lot of random comments from people who are trying to promote their stuff. You're dealing directly with the people who are connected to your program. So that's an overview of Facebook groups. What we're going to talk about next is LinkedIn groups.
Yeah, and again, one that's often overlooked, but as I said, because LinkedIn continues to improve, it is yet another option for some of your clients. Some of your clients might be active on LinkedIn and see it as a natural thing for them to set up a group that is connected to their private membership. And so some good features. Obviously, LinkedIn is business focused. You have the ability to set up moderated groups. You know, it's intuitive, easy to follow discussion board. It doesn't have a lot of features, but you still can obviously add text, video, photos, you know, and have a feature-rich sort of discussion board. You can create subgroups off of the main group, and so if you want to have particular, you know, your client has a particular niche or sub-niche that they want to create a special community for, you can do that in a subgroup. And you can also send messages or announcements to the group, depending on your membership level or what you have at LinkedIn. It's for the free one, it's just once per week. So again, another option to consider. You know, if I was to pick between Facebook and LinkedIn, I probably would go with Facebook, just because, as Devorah said, I think it's almost 50% of all Facebook members go there at least once a day. It's a phenomenal phenomenal engagement on Facebook. So, but LinkedIn could fit depending on your client's needs as well. And then the final ones is Google Groups. Google Groups is another great tool. It's kind of like a listserv, but it's basically a great tool to, you know, manage your discussions. And what I like about it is you can really archive all your topics, and so people have easy access to the content. And I know a couple of really high-level mastermind groups that they just use their Google group, and it's almost more intuitive and easier to follow even than a Facebook group. And so again, simple, easy to use. You have the ability to search archive discussions to find topics and content, which is important if you're you have a robust membership group and there's all sorts of content flying. You want to go back and look for particular topics. It obviously integrates with your email, so you can reply to the discussions right within your inbox. So that might be a good thing for you, or that might be a bad thing to clutter your inbox, but it's a way to stay engaged and not have to like log into something to reply to a particular discussion. You have the ability to highlight favorite discussions as well. So it's a good option to consider, and one that might work for some of your clients as well. The other one that's getting even more techy is, or a little more sophisticated, is Google Hangouts. And not sophisticated that it's hard to use. It's just, you know, it takes Google Groups to a whole different level. And with Google Hangouts, it's ideal for like a kind of a mastermind coaching group, because you can do it right now live, have live video up to 9 people. And so you can have little breakout sessions, little small group coaching sessions. Or if your client has mastermind groups, it might be a great way to have this engaging, you know, session. And you can share videos. If you're the moderator of the Hangout, you can share videos. You can share your screens. You can do a full-on screencast presentation for the group. And so it can be pretty innovative, and obviously rich interaction there as well. So Google Hangouts is another kind of maybe value-added tool that some of your clients might want to build into their membership program or into their mastermind groups as well. So, I'm going to uncover this real quick just for time purposes, but there's basically 6 planning steps when you're thinking about setting up your membership site. And the first 2 is kind of marketing 101, where you got to define your strategy. Why is your client setting up a membership site? What is the function? What is the purpose? Once they know that, then they'll be able to better identify the model that they want to choose. And then identifying who's their audience, because by knowing the audience will help to determine what tools you use depending on what the audience's interest is. And then pinpoint the different types of content to create and share, you know, and that kind of fits with the type of model that you're going to use. Identify elements and features, you know, in the membership program. If you want a lot of features, then you might look at something like Ning that has the wall, it has discussion board, it has subgroups, it's got live chat, you know, so you want to think about the elements and features you want to build into your membership program. And then obviously selecting the tool. Once you have that knowledge, you'll be able to know, okay, this, you know, Ning's going to definitely work for me, or I want to go bare bones. I want to have like kind of an email newsletter or email e-course with a private Facebook group, and just, you know, go low cost, low tech, and keep it easy. And then the sixth one is the moderating and management of the community. And let me tell you, this piece alone, and we could spend a whole few hours on this part. This is so important to retaining the community, to nurturing sort of that warmth of the community, is having a really good managed community. And so those are kind of 6 planning steps when you're working with your clients. And this in itself could be a great package that you could offer as a service to your clients. And this is very much a in-demand service right now, because clients don't have, a lot of your clients don't necessarily have the knowledge or understanding of what is available to them, and then how do I go about setting this up? How do I go about, you know, moderating and managing community above and beyond all the other tasks that I have to do in my day? And so you could certainly offer a membership site creation service to your clients, and then obviously create the need for an ongoing support by providing that moderation and management of their community as well. And again, this will increase your credibility, because this is a highly sought after skill. And again, it will, you know, most importantly, it will expand your income, just because there's, you know, it's a very in demand, but also a specialized skill that not a lot of people have and not a lot of people understand. But fortunately for you, because you are with myself and with Devora, and we have 15 years of experience in this, we are bringing a program if you want to take this a little further, and the program is called the Online Membership and Community Management Program. It's actually the 4-week program. It's going to be live, so we're going to be doing live sessions every Monday, 90-minute sessions. They're going to be recorded if you can't make them all, but this is going to take our 15 years of experience, collective experience, bring it together into a course that will blow your mind. And stick with me for a second, because I want to show you a couple features of this program, and then give you a special offer that I think you're going to really like. So just a couple of different features. First of all, it's a 4-week program, and what we're going to do is we're going to give you an insider view of setting up membership sites on a variety of platforms. So you're basically going to be, you know, have at your disposal, when you work with your clients, a whole variety of different options to help them set up and build into their business, and it's going to make you a very very valuable asset to any business and organization. You're going to discover a 6-step system to building an online membership program that Devora and I have used in our own businesses, and they have worked extremely well, and it can really work for any type of client. And Devora and I are in totally different markets, and yet we have a similar system that has worked really well for us. And obviously, you're going to get all our secrets, you know, for how we create content, how we've built community. And not only as VA Classroom, I manage a number of different other membership sites, and I'll give you all my war stories and all my trade secrets of how I did it effectively over the last many years, and Devora will do the same as well. And most importantly, you're going to learn how to build that retainer service for your clients, where you can, you know, so that they see you as someone that would be a, you know, their ultimate moderator or manager of their community, because they need that given all the other plates that they're spinning in their business. And so that's just a bit of an overview. And just in terms of the modules, so basically we have 4 modules over 4 weeks. These are going to be live 90-minute sessions starting November 19th. The module 1 is building blocks of a powerful membership site. And in the module 2, we're going to talk about actually creating the thriving membership site with WordPress. Devora touched on that already. We're going to drill much deeper into that and help you figure out, you know, the program that'll best work for you or your clients, and then how to actually, you know, take it to the next level. And then module 3 is leveraging the power of social media to fuel your membership program. We're going to show you the ins and outs of how to do it well with a Facebook group, because there's a lot of Facebook groups out there that have minimal engagement, that have, you know, minimal retention. In other words, people don't come back to them, and there's a reason why. And we're going to show you exactly how to do that with your clients that that's going to definitely wow your clients. And we're going to talk about a lot of different types of social media tools and how to do it, how to build an online community the right way. And then module 4, most importantly, we want you to position yourself so that this is not just knowledge that is cool to learn and you're going to learn some cool tools, but that you can actually take and build a ongoing retainer business for yourself, so that you have a package that you can offer in terms of setting up the online community and membership program, but then how do you have income that you can depend on month in and month out through a retainer program. And that's by becoming an online community manager. That is a really, it's been a hot skill for in the corporate space now. They're looking for social media managers, call them community managers, and it's definitely in our industries as well. Okay, so that's the 4-module program, and again, all the videos will be recorded. And what I also wanted to show you is that we have gone kind of crazy with the bonuses that we're adding to this program. Like, this is about as bonus rich as I've ever done in any program that I have. And I've got a screenshot here for you. It might be hard for you to see, but let me just quickly show you. We've got 7 bonuses that we're building into the program if you purchase today and purchase this program. Bonus number 1, we've got a membership site blueprint bonus workbook and mind map. And so this is shows you exactly how to set up a membership site, step by step by step. And the blueprint will be right there that you can just plug and play into a client's business. And then bonus 2 is creating a killer membership site using WordPress, and Devorah's going to talk a lot about that. Bonus 3 is an illustrated wish list membership installation guide. So you can kind of eliminate a lot of those headaches that you might have with actually installing that plugin into a WordPress site. We're going to have like a step-by-step guide that will take you through that. And we're going to have an interview with Stu McLaren, who's the founder of Wishlist. He's an amazing guy, and he's going to show you how to build a thriving membership with his product and with your own product or your client's product. And then number 5 is, bonus 5 is Facebook fan pages and building a profitable list using Facebook. And specifically, we'll talk about Facebook groups in that 31-page guide. There's a bonus guide for LinkedIn for professionals, which it's going to really be helpful, and it brings in groups into that discussion as well. And the final one, we do an interview with, or Devorah does, with Rebecca Zobel-Jones. Some of you may know. She's a trainer and really skilled in membership creation, has positioned herself in offering this service, and she's going to show you how to do that for your own business as well, and how you can increase reach and income with a membership site. So those are 7 bonuses in addition to all that we're offering in the 4 modules, which again start November 19th. So how do you get started with this? What we're offering today for those that are attending our webinar, first of all, thank you for staying with us as long as you have. And we want to offer you a $50 discount just to make this an even more cost-effective program. With what Devorah and I bring in terms of if we were consulting businesses on how they can create membership sites and communities, we would charge probably thousands of dollars to do that just because of our experience. But because obviously this is our community and we love VA Classroom, you're going to have it for a really cost-effective, and but you're going to be able to make serious income from what you learn in this program. So take a serious look at it. Take advantage of this webinar special. It's a $50 discount code. It's all uppercase, member program. And you just go to vaclassroom.com/member. When you get to the shopping cart page, you'll see the coupon code box, and you can go to member program, or you can input member program, and that's your $50 discount code. Now, I know some of you on the call are premium paid members, and you probably have a question in the back of your head saying, is there a deeper discount for premium members? And what I would encourage you to do is right away, just after this call, go to your course discount center. So go log into your membership site, go to your course discount center. You'll see this, and below we'll have some information that I think you'll need to see. So go to the course discount center, log in there, and all that information. That question will be answered for you, because I know I haven't done that in the past, and I've created confusion. So you guys are awesome, and I value your membership as well. So, all right, so that is it. Again, it's a awesome new program that we're starting. There's nothing really like it on the internet today, so you're going to be kind of one of the first ones to dive into this and be able to position this as a really valuable service. It's vaclassroom.com/member. The discount code for today, sign up today, and it's member program, all uppercase. So with that being said, I want to open it up. We're going to stick around for a little while and answer any questions that you have, and yeah, anything that we talked about today, just fire away. Or if you want to talk more about this offer and have any specific questions on it, let us know. So the floor is yours. So I'm going to go down to the questions area. And Deborah, is there anything else that you wanted to add while I'm just thumbing through a few questions?
Well, one of the things that I'm really excited about as we were creating this course is not only we're going to show you on webinars, we're going to actually create a Facebook group that we can go there and connect. We're going to actually, you're in the VA classroom, you're going to have access to a Ning group where you're going to actually be able to go there and connect. And so you're going to be able to experience live from the inside, which is really exciting. And again, with our combined experience, you're going to learn things that you won't have to make some of the same mistakes that we've made. We're going to help, we're going to protect you and show you some, tricks of the trade that will allow you to enjoy your membership site journey and to be able to develop this for your own business if you want to be able to offer programs or content to sell, as well as to develop it as a skill to offer your consultants. And I will share with you that setting up a membership site for a client can be very lucrative depending on what tasks you're doing for them, but it can, and which platform you're setting up for them, but it can be quite lucrative, and it's ongoing because they're continually adding content, they're continually needing to monitor and monitor their members and have a support desk set up, and there's a lot of ways that you can plug into that so you're offering them a well-rounded program.
Yeah, great comment, Deborah. And you're right, there's so many membership programs today that they're a dime a dozen on the internet right now, but a lion's share of them are quite stagnant because they either haven't been set up with the right technology, there's not been the right strategy in place, they're not supporting the members as they should, the management is not is not done well. So that's the cool thing is, as Deborah said, you're going to be able to kind of avoid a lot of the mistakes that we see happening out there and really do it the right way, because that's where this service becomes lucrative for you, is that if you can show your clients how to create a membership program the right way, it's going to help their bottom line. Their membership program is going to thrive, and it's going to lead to that recurring income for you. And not to mention referrals to other clients, colleagues of theirs that are setting up membership programs. So really good niche to position yourself right now for sure. Now, just to take a couple questions, Tara asked if you can have more than 9 people on the Hangout, Google Hangout. As far as I know, based on what I've read, that is the limit right now. And it might be because of, they probably look at screen size, resolution, and, if they went to 30 people on a Google Hangout, you would have these microscopic little videos on your screen, and you're like, okay, who's that person over there? I need my magnifying glass. And so I think that's probably, from a user standpoint, that's user-friendly standpoint, I think that's why they've limited it. But it can be really good for small group coaching, which a lot of I know some of you work with coaches that charge a lot of money. I mean, they might have a $3,000, $10,000 coaching package. But what a cool thing for them to be able to step up their game and offer a Google Hangout, where they can get eyeball to eyeball with the people that are in their small group coaching time. So yeah, just another added feature to really bolster a membership program or a coaching program, things like that. So yeah, good question though. All right, just seeing some other things come in here. Oh yeah, Pam looked over there, said there's no active link on that discount other page. Pam, just use vaclassroom.com/member. I should have actually put the link on there, and I just put the discount code, didn't I? So yeah,
I'll do that right now. I'll put it into the chat box.
Yeah, so it's the same link, vaclassroom.com/member. Just obviously different code for premium members as well. So definitely go to the same page though. Okay, I'm just looking at this. Okay, and I see some, if you're having any support-related questions, I see some that are coming in, definitely connect with us at vaclassroomsupport@gmail.com or go to any one of the tops of our pages and hit the support link, and we will help you if you're having any problems inserting the coupon code, anything like that. Just connect with us. We're here to help you. So,
Craig,
well,
I can't enter a hyperlinked. Oh, you know what? Hello, I know how to type. Sorry, everybody. I was putting in a hyperlink and I missed 2 characters.
Yeah,
that would help, huh?
No problem. Good. Yeah, let's pop that in there just so you can just link right to it. And again, that member program is for today. Definitely go sign up. That's a $50 discount. And we look forward to this program. Devora and I, when we started to brainstorm about what we were going to do, and we talked about, kind of shared our war stories of our experiences, and we're like, wow, would this not be a course of all courses? And you know, and also, you know, we're going to co-teach this. You know, someone has said recently to me, Craig, you have a lot of awesome courses in there, but you haven't taught for a while. Like, you've been on hiatus. And there has been a reason for that. Actually, I still have a few people on the call, so I'll tell you. I had a couple health issues in the last month, so I had to, probably the last 2 months, so I had to kind of steer clear of a few things, and teaching was one of them, and had to kind of reduce some levels of stress in my life, which is easier said than done. But the good thing is it was a heart-related condition, and obviously I'm a pretty young guy still, so that was kind of weird as to why I experienced some of these things. But the good thing is that I actually just had a stress test at the hospital yesterday, which was kind of like, this is like, you know, run hard on a treadmill and see if you're going to pass out instead of thing. So I was kind of freaked out about actually going to this because of my experience I had in the last couple of months. Anyways, long and short of it is I passed the test with flying colors. I was everything was normal, everything was healthy, and so due to some changes that I've made, I am back on track. So and energized to get back to doing more teaching and to especially be doing it with someone of Devora's caliber. For us to do it together is it's going to be pretty awesome. So all right. Well, hey, I'm not going to take any more time. Again, go to this, check this offer out. It is a killer one. vaclassroom.com/member. Have a read of all the modules and the bonuses. Ask your questions if you have any questions on it, and we look forward to seeing you in that program. Some of you that are in the U.S. might be saying, well, when you know, the first week is built into you know, U.S. Thanksgiving. Remember, we're going to do it before the Thanksgiving starts, and we also have recordings in case you have family commitments during that time, so that you won't lose touch and you'll be able to stay on track with everything. Okay, so no worries there. All right, so are you as excited as I am, Devora, about this? This is pretty cool.
I'm really excited, and for the person who said that they were having a problem with the code, make sure that you're using all cap letters. I'm very excited for the content, and I'm also very excited for the community, because what we're going to create in this program is we're going to be living this program as well as teaching it, and so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of practical application. Well, thanks for staying a little later with us, everyone. I hope you have a great day, and definitely go check out the new offer at vaclassroom.com/member. Member program is your discount code. If you are a premium member, go to your member discount page with that same link and check out what is available there as well. All right, thanks everyone, and we hope to see you in the program soon. Thanks again, Devora.
Thank you, Craig.
All right, take care.